Winged liner is a classic makeup look that will likely always be on trend. The only problem, it's a little bit hard to master. I've learned along the way some wing liner tips that I promise are easy to do and that will totally help you. So this is probably the first thing you need. It's called an angle brush. It's from MAC. It's 263. It's the perfect angle. It's the perfect length, and it's the perfect size. I love this Bobbi Brown. It's the long wear gel eyeliner. I love it because it goes on super easy. And I think the number one tip is that it's very forgiving. And when you're doing the wing liner, that's super, super important. I love using the Garnier Skin Active. You take a Q-tip and you can always touch up. So you definitely need a Q-tip on hand and some type of liquid makeup remover. I prefer not the oily one so it doesn't take off everything, but this is a great one and I use it for everything. You can also use wipes. Any type of wipe really works. Again, I think non-oily is better. But it's also sometimes when I'm doing this look, I tend to do this look first just on my eyes and then I do everything else a little bit later so I can really get in there and focus. So you're gonna angle, so instead of going straight through, so straight down, you're gonna angle. You're gonna get plenty of product of the gel eyeliner on one side, then you're gonna turn and you're gonna get plenty on the other side. And that truly is the key. Don't go down, go angled, just like the brush. Okay, so tip number one, you're gonna take your lower lash line and you're gonna go towards your brow. So we're just gonna start with the winged look, so right here. So if you focus the line right here, you kind of start that way. It's almost like you're barely putting any pressure. And it's just a really good guideline. So you're gonna go up towards the brows. That's tip number one. And then just move to the other side. So we finished adding to this eye. And again, you can make it thicker, you can make it thinner. It just depends on kind of what kind of mood you're in. And also, if you kind of mess up, you can go back and kind of really match the one. But if you start by literally going from the lower lash line up on each side, it really gives you a good direction. So the next step, re-dip your brush. And again, you're gonna go angled, not straight. And it's a little bit tricky because they always tell you not to pull. I like to pull just a little bit, but you know, I'm gonna have a mirror in my hand, so it's a little bit tricky to show you. But basically, you kind of wanna think like a stamping method. Instead of drawing one straight line, which is really difficult to do, you almost take it in pieces, almost like dots. I call it stamping, which makes it a little bit easier. You start right near the end, and I just work my way across in little strokes. And again, start really light and really easy, because inevitably it will get thicker very quickly. So again, you're just gonna almost stamp and connect the dots, which really makes one fluid line. And you notice when I'm applying, I look right down at my mirror. It really helps get a cleaner line, and it really helps not get the line too thick. I think that's the biggest pitfall. The biggest tip that I can get you is you don't want your line too thick. You can always make it thicker, but start very thin. Stamp, connect the dots, and it will make it look in one fluid line. So also, if you notice, I was going really, really tight to the line, and I'm looking down as far as I can, and as I get to the inner corner, I'm going really, really, really soft, and I'm just literally stamping it. So the last step, I love a great mascara. I think it really adds a lot of volume and a lot of depth to the lashes and to the wing look. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lash. I definitely brush it like this, just so I have control over how much is actually on the brush, because sometimes a little can go a long way. And again, I don't do a lot. I kind of start at the end and kind of flutter up, and then I actually go down and curl up, just to really coat both sides of the lash. And again, see, I'm barely doing anything, and look how much goes a long way. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that great? And it's like a real look. I think I love this look because it looks very simple to do. As I've told you, the tips make a huge amount of difference. One last little tip, if all else fails, And you can do it with a business card, you can do it with a Post-it, but honestly, you can do it with tape. So you take Scotch tape, take a small amount, and I will show you how you can do your winged liner, your tip, just by literally angling it up and then taking your brush and following the line. And so it's kind of like the wing liner for dummies. You can use the Scotch tape. I've used it a million times, especially when I'm first starting to do any type of look. Like I kind of like, how do I make it straight? The stamping will help because you're not making a continuous line, but especially just on the tip, having it just something where you can literally follow the line, and then you simply take the tape off, and it makes it much easier to follow. So nobody's gonna be watching you, nobody's gonna know you use Scotch tape. And that's how you get the perfect wing eyeliner look. I hope some of these tips have helped you. I love learning from you guys. So if there's a particular look you'd like me to know about, subscribe to my channel, let me know your steps and how to achieve it. But again, I think you're gonna love the winged eyeliner look.